Good morning, Market Chameleons, and everyone joining us for the first time. Thanks for coming by and checking out the Market Chameleon pre-market show. Before we get started, let's take a look at the shared disclaimer. Be aware that neither Market Chameleon, Dimitri, or myself are registered investment advisors or a broker-dealer. If you're searching for investment advice, please reach out to a licensed professional. This show and webinar, like all our shows and webinars, are for informational purposes only concerning Market Chameleon tools and products. One last look at that disclaimer. And let's welcome our favorite Dimitri Pargamonic to the stage. He'll be talking about a great new feature everyone's been excited about, SPX and VIX index options. With that, welcome, Dimitri.
Good morning, Will. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go over this feature and mention that today in the afternoon, 2 p.m., we're doing another webinar with Interactive Brokers. It's going to go over a screener for historical option strategies around earnings. Excuse me. So you do have to register for that webinar because Interactive Brokers is hosting it on their platform. And Will, if you could put that link out there for anyone who wants to register and join later today.
Yeah, I'll drop that link in right now, D.
Thank you. And today we'll do is just briefly go over how to look up the index options. We just released it. It was actually more difficult to get this organized than we imagined because of the nuances of index options. So let's just go to SPX, for example. And if you go up here and search, type in SPX, you see SPX index, click on that, and this will take you to the SPX page. And right now it goes to the defaults to the option chain, and the SPX, unlike a stock or even an ETF, it's not an actual security that you're trading on the exchange. It's an index, so it's comprised of it's kind of like a calculation based on the S&P 500 index. And in this situation here, we use the options to create a synthetic value where we say, well, based on a snapshot of the options chain and where the options line up, the synthetic value of this SPX is here. And partially it's because it would be very hard actually to match up the index value, even if when it's published with the options value, because it doesn't trade like a stock, so it's not like where you're seeing trades in SPX. It's a calculation. So like SPY, for example, they're observable trades. They get printed on the tape. Stock or any other ETF, we could see the actual trades. Here, it's a value based on calculation. So with that, I'm gonna just close this menu for a second and come down to this option menu. And right now, we're actually seeing trading going on in the SPX. And that's because the SPX actually has trading going on in the options outside of the regular trading hours, like we see in like SPY or other stocks. And here, to change that trading hours, you could click down here and you have this, what they call regular hours, curve trading, global hours. So right now we're in a global hours trading. Regular trading will happen after 9:30, and then curve trading will be after hours. So here we are actually seeing trades that you could see if we come back, come over here. These started at 8:15 p.m. the previous day, and you could see that, we have screenshots of the options chain, or a snapshot of the options chain from 8:15 p.m. And you could even see here 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So there's trading going on, or available trade. This is available to trade on a much wider time frame, okay, than we see in other stocks. So this, you could go at 11 p.m., even 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You could see that there are options available to trade during those hours. And if we go back, you could take us like the 6 a.m. Here's what the 6 a.m. Uh, uh, options chain looked like. So let's go to the most recent one, back over here. And here we see that this is the trading, right? This is the volume going on in these hours. And with the index options, there's the index options are not American exercise. So the index options aren't like what we see with it, like SPY or other American exercise options, where you could exercise them early. So, if you have an American size option, you can exercise that option prior to expiration if it was economically advantageous. And also when those options are settled, or when at expiration, or when you exercise them, you get the deliverable. Here, these are cash settled. So at the end of this expiration, the option is cash settled. You don't get a SPX index. Like in the option with SPY, you'll get the SPY ETF. If you exercise a call or put or whatever it is, you'll get that deliverable. Here, it is cash settled with no early exercise. So whatever this option is worth at settlement, that's the cash value that it will settle at. Okay, and these are important differentiators, especially when you're even pricing options, because you're then using a different option pricing model, and you have different risks involved now, with European versus American options. And that's something to always keep in mind when you're trading index versus American stock. Now, so far, if we go to the menu, we did add some of our other features here, like order sentiment, that we're tracking, the activity, open interest, multi-leg trades. So if you go here to the multi-leg trades, here we'll see these are the multi-leg trades that we detected in SPX. So the big one here, like 1800, June 10th, 640, 650 calls for it. Single leg trade dashboard. Also, if you click on it, these are looking at the single leg trades, and same features that you're used to with the other stocks. So we created that as our initial features here. Now we don't have as large a history in SPX. We're collecting it still because this is a new feature. So if you go to like something like SPY, we'll have a much longer history than we do with the SPX because we just added it. Another index, if you wanted to go with VIX, just type in here. So go up here, you type in VIX, and you'll see that's available. You can click on it, and this will take you to the CBOE volatility index. This is the VIX, and here you can see the options trades that were in the VIX. This also has trading going on similar to SPX. So there is trades, there are trades there going on after hours and even in the pre-market hours, that we don't, outside the usual trading hours that we see in something like SPY. So, I think for today, I just wanted to point out, that this is a new feature. We just pushed it out. There are some differences there people should be aware of, and we're going to monitor and keep building this out over time. But this is just a quick introduction, and then we have that webinar coming up at 2.
Perfect, D. Well, I know the Chameleon community, everyone who was on today is super excited about this. Remember, as any new feature goes, your use and giving us feedback. If you see anything that you find that may be off, just email support@MarketChameleon. Great job, D. We're all looking forward to trying this new feature. And everyone remember to register for the IBKR webinar today, how to screen for historical option strategies around earnings. That is about halfway up the chat. You just click on that link to register. You don't need to join live, but if they have you registered, they will send you a link to the webinar. Great job as always, D, and we will see you at 2 o'clock.
Bye, everyone.
All right, have a great day, D. And remember, everyone, to follow us on all the social platforms. Remember, thumbs up if you're on YouTube, very helpful. Everyone, thank you very much. Have a great trading day, and hopefully we'll see you at the webinar too, if not tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.